So I finally got my hands on Robinson, The Journey. And yeah, a lot of people, have been boasting about this game, hyping it up, calling it the killer app of the PSVR. And, well, is it? Well, let's find out. Alright, where to start with this game? First off, let's talk about the graphics. Now, I am playing this on the regular PS4, and apparently this game will look a lot better on the PS4 Pro. But, from what I experienced, it was still pretty amazing. It looked freaking awesome for VR, and yes, there were some, some of the textures a little muddled. There was some, pop-in, but overall, the actual look of it is just magnificent. Like, the art style is fantastic. I just loved the way everything looked. I just loved that I felt like I was legitimately trapped on a deserted foreign island filled with just ravenous dinosaurs surrounding me at all freaking moments. It's just, again, the graphics will look a lot better for the PS4 Pro, but for the regular PS4, they were pretty amazing. Yes, there are issues, but if you look past those, you're in for a treat. Besides that, actual gameplay. Gameplay is very simplistic in the sense that, well, you're just exploring. The map is not too big. It's made up of about 5 different areas, and you're pretty much tasked to finding essentially data bracelets and old destroyed husks of Higg units, which is essentially destroyed versions of your companion, the floating eyeball Higgs. On top of that, you're also accompanied by just a lovable baby T-Rex by the name of Laika. And honest to God, I just couldn't stop looking at her because she was just cute as a button. But besides that, going back to the Higg units, this game does not hold your hand in the sense that you really have no idea where these units are. You actually have to go around and explore. And at some moments, you will literally feel lost. Yes, this will get annoying, it will feel a little bit tedious, but at the same time, I kind of actually liked it because it made me feel like I was legitimately lost on a planet. Like, it was just that added just layer of just annoyance and kind of like, not mystery, but in the sense of just like angst, like anxiety that you want to get out of here. You want to just keep moving, but you can't because you have to find what you're looking for. Otherwise, you can't progress in the game. And yes, it would have easily, they could have easily, added in, a few more features or, at least, like a waypoint or something. But at the same time, I do enjoy the feeling of being lost. And it really felt really cool. Like, honest to God, it felt like an actual adventure. On top of that, you're also tasked to solve pretty simplistic puzzles that are difficult because, as I mentioned before, there's not that much direction. But once you solve them, it feels rewarding because you honestly feel like you did it. You solved it. You pretty much pieced all the key elements, the little details around you, and you pretty much solve them all by yourself. And it makes it feel good. Yes, you will be frustrated while you're trying to solve it. It pisses you off enough for you to give a shit. And once you complete it, it just feels great. Now let's talk about the movement. And, well, here's where it's going to be very, very decisive for many people. This game is guaranteed to give you motion sickness. But it really depends. Because in the beginning, when I played it, I got motion sickness. But eventually that kind of went away because I just got used to it. But thankfully there are settings that can help alleviate some of these symptoms. But even after the fact, once you get used to it, you won't feel it again. Like after hours, and I mean hours of play, because I played this whole thing pretty much in like 1 or 2 sittings. Yeah, it was not that bad. Now currently at launch, this game does not support motion controls, which is odd that maybe they're going to add it in later, but the fact that at launch you're holding a move controller in the game and you're not able to use move controls is very, very weird. But besides that, movement and control is not that bad, especially because one of the huge things about this game is climbing. You will be climbing a shit ton. Funny enough, when I was live streaming this game, I actually compared this to Uncharted 4. Like, it's that much climbing. Again, without the motion control, I mean, with motion control, it seemed like it would be a lot easier and probably smoother. But without the motion control, the DualShock 4 did fine. It honest to God, wasn't that bad. Again, there was kind of a learning curve, but once you get it, it's pretty simple. Now let's talk about the audio, and the audio in this game is fantastic. While the soundtrack is just there for, ambience and not really, a wow factor, it does work well. It really gives you the vibe and tone of, being lost in like a deserted, unknown planet. while at the same time fearing for your life because of the dangerous dinosaurs that lurk everywhere. Now, one huge aspect that, I thought was going to be really good was the story, but it was just okay. It was, interesting to keep, it was enough for me to care and keep me going to actually, see the end and, wondering what the hell's going on, like all these mysteries being dropped on you, like all these questions and you want answers. Like, it's enough for that for you to keep going. But once you get to the end, it's pretty much what you expect, but at the same time, you enjoy the experience because of it. Although, one of the huge downsides of this game is actually its length. Clocking in at 3 to 5 hours long, it really isn't that long. I mean, once the story started picking up, you started getting going. Next thing you know, it's done, and that is one of the biggest issues with this game, that it is fairly short. But it is enthralling enough for me to give it at least another whirl. Not outright. I'm not gonna replay it right after I beat it, but I definitely see myself playing this again sometime in the future. Overall, the gameplay is pretty solid. It's simplistic, but it works well with the actual game itself. And well, as a game, it's just okay. But as an experience, it's actually pretty amazing. It was a bit of a thrill ride because of how great everything was. The scale of dinosaurs, being able to walk around, being chased by velociraptors, it honestly felt thrilling. Bottom line, if you have a PSVR, this is actually a great PSVR experience. It does have its technical problems, and of course the length is not ideal, but so far this is slowly shaping up to be one of the flagship titles of the PSVR close to launch lineup. Well, that's the video. And yeah, just a great little game. I really recommend it, and it's a really good VR experience. Is it the killer app? No. But I can't deny that it's a good game for the PSVR. It was tons of fun. Now, there is something I did neglect to talk about, and that's of course the price. And well, this game retails for $59.99 US. For $60, no. I cannot, in all good faith, recommend this game for $60 because it's just far too short. It's a great experience, it's very, vast, like in the scope of things, but it's just way, way too expensive. But thankfully, for some odd reason, all the retailers, Amazon, GameStop, all the, big ones, are selling this game for $40. Not to mention, when I bought this on Amazon, and I have the Amazon Prime deal, so it's 20% off the top. So I bought this for about $30. And for $40, it's probably cutting a little too close. I mean, that is it's a good game, but for $40, it might be a little too steep. But for the money that I paid, about $30, it's actually not terrible. I can honest to God recommend it for that much. I mean, yes, $30 is a lot, but for the experience and like the amount of money, that doesn't seem too bad. And again, I do plan on replaying this again because it was just that much of a thrilling experience. So yeah, full retail price $60? Hell no. But for $40 or below, if you get like a deal or something, or if you're gonna wait for it, if you're in the watching this in the future, thinking about buying this like at $20 or something, yes, I highly recommend this game. It's a great experience. Just wait for a sale, or if you can find a deal on it, pick it up. Honest to God. But yeah, that's the video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys later.